Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to learn about React card components and React properties, means React props. And also, we are going to build this design which is responsive with the help of JSX and CSS. So this design is very helpful because in the future, if we are going to build any e-commerce design, then this design is going to help us a lot. So if you are ready, then let's get started. So first of all, we have to create a React app. For that, I have opened my Git command line. Here on desktop, I'm going to create React app. For that, I have to write command npx create React app, and our name of the React app will be props dash card and enter. It will take some time, so I'll be back after few minutes. Here I have started my Visual Studio Code and all the dependencies have installed properly. So let's check our React app on browser. On browser, our React app is working fine, but here I'm going to remove some unwanted files. I have removed all unwanted files and images from my project. So my file structure is like in source folder we have two files, app.js and index.js. Again, in public folder we have two files, index.html and styles.cs. So in index.html I have added link of my style sheet here, and in app.js I'm going to write here h1. In this h1 I'm going to write hello world. So let's check our browser. Okay, so our React app is working fine. Next, I have to create card component here. So for that, in source folder, I'm going to create another folder with the name of components. In this components folder, I'm going to move this app.js file. In this component folder, I'm going to create another file with the name of card.jsx. So we have to write our first letter of React components with the capital. Here I'm going to create our card component. For that, I'm going to write function card and in this function I'm going to return our card component code. In this return, I'm going to return h1. In this h1 I'm going to write hello from card. Okay, so after that I'm going to just export this card component. Here in app.js, I'm going to import my card component. Import card from card. Okay, so in this return, I'm going to add my card component. So let's check our React app in browser. Okay, so it is working fine. Hello from card. So in our card component, we have to write here our card component HTML code. Okay, for that I'm going to create here div with the class name container. In this div, I'm going to add another div with the class name of card. Again, this card div, I'm going to add another div with the class name of card image box. And in this div, I'm going to add image src. Here I'm going to add my image link. If you want to add your image link also, then it will be fine. After that, I'm going to add here another div with the class name of card body. In this div, here in h3, I'm going to add product name. So after that, in paragraph, I'm going to write here price of that product. Okay, so our first card component is ready, but I'm going to add some CSS for this component. For that, I'm going to add CSS here. In body, I'm going to add background color and color of 22222. Here I'm going to use Google Fonts. So for that, I have to add Google Fonts link here. Okay. For container, I'm going to add width of 80% and margin of 0% and auto. Then I'm going to add display flex property. Justify content center. Then flex wrap property. After that, for card component, I'm going to add width of 220 pixel and margin of 20 pixel. For card image box, I'm going to add position of relative and width of 100% and height of 250 pixels. And another property, overflow hidden. Card image box image width 100% and height of 100%. And object fit property cover. Then for card body, I'm going to add margin of top 10 pixel. Then for my H3, font size of 13 pixels and letter spacing of 0.3 pixels. Then margin bottom of 6 pixels and then line height of 20 pixels. Then for my paragraph, I'm going to add font size of 12 pixels and a letter spacing of 0.5 pixel. Then display inline. I'm going to add padding of 4 pixels and 6 pixels. Then border 0.5 pixel solid. Okay. Then border radius will be 2 pixels. We have our one card component in browser. So till now we have learned all about creating React card component. So in next part of this video we are going to learn about how to use React props. So in card.jsx file we have only one card component. So to create another component we have to copy and paste this component. So we have only two components here. Let's say I have a lot of products, then it will be very hectic to copy and paste this a lot of times. So to save our time, we can use React props. So to understand the concept, I'm going to use here input field with the ID of fname and placeholder of enter name. Then I'm going to add attribute of type text. So in browser, here in console, we can access that input field. Let's say I'm going to store that field in input by accessing document dot get element by ID, and in that I'm going to access this input field. Okay, so these are the attributes of input field and these are the properties of that attributes. So we can access this attributes by just writing here input dot ID. Then here we have a fname. Then again input dot placeholder, we have enter name. So by doing this we can access our properties with the help of attributes. So we can use this concept in our card component also. So let me remove this line. So in app.js, here we have our card component. So here we can add attributes and we can give them a properties. So let's say I have a attribute of image URL. So I can give here property of that image URL as image link. So this is my image link product name equals to, and my last property will be price. So these are attributes of our card component and these are properties. So we can access these properties in our card component. So I'm going to remove this card component. Now we have only one card here. So how we can access these properties? So by adding here props. So now we have all properties in our props. So we can access a single property by using props. So in image, I'm going to remove this. So we are going to use here JavaScript. So for that we have to use curly braces. Then in curly braces I'm going to write props dot image URL. Then in h3 I'm going to remove this, and in curly braces I'm going to write props dot product name. Then again I'm going to remove this, and curly braces I'm going to write props dot price. So we have an error for name, unexpected use of name. So for that I'm going to remove this, and also from app.js I'm going to remove this. So you can see here in our browser we have card component, and we have accessed our properties with the help of this props. So we have only one card here, but let's say we have a lot of products. For that I'm going to create here in source folder one file with our product's name, and in this file I'm going to create array of our products. So in array I'm going to add some details here. So you can see here in products.javascript file I have created one array of my products, and these are my 5 products that I have listed here. So I just have to export this my array, and in app.js file I'm going to import my products. Instead of this details I'm going to remove this, and here using curly braces I'm going to access my first element of array by adding 0, then dot image URL. And then for next property I'm going to again write products, first element of array, then dot product. Then for last price I'm going to again use curly braces and product, first element, and then price. So you can see here we have one card component. Again, to use another card component I'm going to copy and paste it here. So we have more than one components. So to remove error I'm going to add this. So you can see here, and we have 2 card components, but instead of this 0 I'm going to access our second product. Okay, you can see here we have 2 components. Then again next we are going to use our remaining products. In browser you can see here we have now 4 components. Okay, so in the end I'm going to again revise you what I have done. So in app.js I have created one component. So these are my attributes of our component, and these are my properties. And by adding this line I'm accessing our product from products array. Then we are passing this properties in this attributes. So to access this attribute in card.jsx we have added props here. So all the attributes are stored in this props. By doing this we are accessing our properties by props.image URL, then props.product, and we have a props.price. So in this tutorial we have learned how to create React card component and how to use React properties. So if you like this video, then please like and share and subscribe to my channel.